Peace and love to my brothers and sisters in the spirit. I greet you all with love and light. The Most High God, source of all things, source within. Thank you for checking back with your sister. Excuse me, sorry about that. I'm just sitting here in deep thought, and you know how just think about the world, and you think about the thing that's going on in the world. So just a lot of the deception that's going on in the news. There's a lot of fake news. Because you got to realize who owns, you know, the media, shall I say. Pretty much follow the money trail. You'll get your answer. So they're always censoring what information should go out and what information is okay, you know, to go out, and what information is not okay to go out, shall I say. You know, keep everything hush, 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 when so much is going on. So much is going on out here. But the media don't talk about it. The news don't talk about it. It's censored. So, of course, people who are in the box, you know, to them, it's like an ordinary day. Little do they know it's like space war going on above our heads. I'm sure many of you know that the Catholic Church has a huge big telescope. Nobody really talks about it. It's called Lucifer. That's an interesting name for a telescope. Well, what are they looking for, family? Who are they looking for? It makes you wonder, but they don't talk about it. The media doesn't talk about it. But literally above our head, it's pretty much like space war. You know, they're seeing something that we're not, shall I say. Well, some of us see it, but for the most part, you know, humanity in a whole is not seeing what's going on up there. You know, it's pretty much like Star Wars. You know, somebody sees somebody as an enemy. And at the end of the day, the way I see it, my enemy is not always my enemy. My enemy is my ally. This is something that they're keeping from us. Those light ships are not up there for, you know, for no reason, okay? Like I said, disclosure is now. You know, they don't mind us seeing them in the sky, because, you know, to them it's like, oh, who's going to believe you? You know, you're talking about, you know, you seeing UFOs, people going to think you're crazy. But just imagine if a massive UFOs were to appear, how, you know, for those who are in the box and for those who are closed-minded, they're going to crack up. Many will crack up because they're closed off to this type of thing. We know that they exist. Many of us do, but then there are those. I'm sorry, family. I got distracted by my little one. I forgot where I was. I apologize. I know I was trying to make a point, but many of you know what I'm talking about. But like I said, the only one that's going to be really surprised if a fleet of them just actually show up, you know, over the White House or just somewhere that's real populated, where a lot of people at, you know. I don't think it would cause like massive chaos in a negative way, but for those who have been closed off, closed-minded, shall I say, it would freak them out, because they will always believe that they don't exist. You know, they never see no signs of it, and they don't have no experience as well. And many of them are also low vibrational. So as far as the benevolent ones, you know, they're not going to come around them anyway. You know, the only people that will experience the ETs, if they are low vibrational, they will experience the robot type, the the grays, you know, they would experience them, but, you know, the benevolent ones, you know, they wouldn't pretty much have no contact with them, because they don't operate low vibration whatsoever. Sometimes I just go in deep thought. And then, family, a lot of people, I noticed, I was checking out Third Face the Moon. I watched Third Face the Moon. I'm subscribed to them, as well as Security. I think both of them are wonderful channels, okay? As far as, you know, you want to check out channels of people who are, you know, trying to put the truth out there about, you know, is there other life out here, as far as us having visitations. They have, you know, excellent content, and as well as my brother Sebastian, he has good content too. He lives in Peru, and I check out his channel too sometimes. You're doing a good job, Sebastian. Keep it up, okay? A lot of the ET, I mean not ET, but a lot of the sightings that he is seeing now in the present, I was seeing them like a while back, you know, and that's how we cross paths, you know. These ETs, they do exist, family, and there's nothing to fear. We have to realize Most High God didn't just create human beings, all right? There are multitudes of all kind of races out here, of all kind of colors, you know. We can't just think it's just us. And they're not just all kind of colors, you know, that they look nothing like me or you, okay? Some low vibrational because they choose to be, but some are benevolent and they're high vibrational. They're in their heart space. They might look different and odd to you, but they are in their heart space, and they are vibrating on the highest frequency of love, and that's what matters, you know. Like I said, there are a lot of people all around the world. I know I noticed on Third Phase of Moon, a lot of people are seeing the triangular shape light ships. Let me just say this real quick, because my higher self let me know this. Many of you can fact check your way, but let me just say this. I received confirmation with my higher self. Those are nothing but, okay, reverse engineering, okay? Reverse engineering. You know, it's people that looks like you, looks like me, that's in them ships flying them, okay? And it's pretty much like a black ops project, you know, out there in Nevada desert and other places that are far away. You know, they try to keep it away from public. You know, they're building those ships, okay? They're finally learning how to build them with the help of the ETs that have been visiting Earth many years, you know. But as far as they're making actual contact with them, and they're creating partner alliance with them, you know, you share your secrets with me. Well, you know, I do this for you. You know, that's what partner alliance is, as far as the relationship with the ETs and our government / military. You know, they're just working together, okay? So don't get it twisted, family. I'm sure many of you know this already. But when you see these triangular crafts in the sky, they're created, okay, in these so-called military far bases, okay? There are advanced material that they're using, and the ETs pretty much just taught them how to make them. It's like I said, it's reverse engineering. They're just doing it their way, you know, creating their own look. But that's all it is, family. So if you happen to see one, you know, in your neighborhood, hypothetically in the middle of the night or at night, you might see maybe 3 lights flashing, and maybe some lights going around it, whatever. 3 lights flashing, it looks in the shape of a triangle, and some lights flashing around it. That's all that is. So that's that government My Lab project, you know, type thing going on. They pretty much, you know, targeting somebody and planning on, you know, scooping them up, you know, and messing with their head and having them thinking that, you know, they're being taken by ETs, when little do they know they're actually been taken by the military. Secret projects, okay? And they might see some ETs, because there are some ETs that do work with them. I'm going to just say that Greys, they are working with them, but so are some reptilians. So that's something, you know, many people don't know about. You know, it's either the Greys or the reptilians that's working with them. Really, both of them are, but you know, all of them have their own agenda, you know, for the most part. But please know, I know that when you hear the word reptilian, you know, you're always thinking, you always hear it like in a negative light, but there are some reptilians that are in their heart space. Okay, now, and I was told this by my higher self. You know, they're just like how you can't judge people, well, you can't really judge species either. Some species go along with the ranking of how they were taught to be, shall I say. And then, but you're always going to have those that are going to step out that box, and they choose to be in their heart space. Okay, they really want some parts of that, you know, and that also helps them to evolve, you know. And you know, the Most High God, you know, children comes in all kind of flavors. I'm telling you, all kind of colors, all kind of looks. And like I said, we all can actually love each other down here, accept each other down here due to our differences. You can definitely accept and love your ET families as well. I got distracted again, I apologize. But like I said, surely, you know, if you're somebody that's in your heart space, I don't care what color you are or what nationality you are, if you're somebody that's in your heart space and you see people just as human beings and you treat people the way you want to be treated, you would definitely, I can see you definitely, you know, making contact with these higher benevolent beings. They're also in their heart space and they look something like you, okay? Because, like I said, when it comes to vibration, that's what you attract, period. And I just wish many people would get that in their heads. But I love people from where they are, and you have to accept people from where they are, because that's where they choose to be. So, and everybody will come to that place for themselves, okay? Everybody has to make their own decisions in this life, you know, whom they choose to serve, the light or the darkness. They choose to, you know, renew their minds and be in their heart space, or stay in the box, you know. It's an individual choice, family. It's a definite individual choice. But yeah. So like I said, many of you seeing these so-called triangular ships up in the sky, don't be alarmed. Everything I'm saying about it, that's pretty much what's going on. It's a whole lot of, you know, taking people and doing a whole lot of experiments with people against their will. They're doing the same thing against their will, and that's why a lot of our homeless people are ending up as well, sadly to say. You know, because it's been said that a lot of our homeless people are missing, you know, and a lot of people don't really question that because they are considered homeless, so they don't really see them as human beings. But we're no better than the next person. I'm definitely no better than a homeless person. I'm always keeping that in mind. Well, I'm always praying for them, you know, that their needs be met and they have shelter over their head. I'm always praying for the homeless, because they are definitely easy targets out here, as well as our children, you know. It's crazy, family. It's crazy, but they are definitely easy targets. But this is a time anyway. A lot of these ETs that make themselves known, I mean, they've been doing this anyway. It's nothing new. Like I said, you know, if your vibration is right and they sense that you're ready, you would definitely, if it's meant to be in this life, you would definitely come across one, meet one, whether it's through meditation, in your dreams, or, you know, you would actually see one, you know, materialize in your home, in your room. Yes, indeed, family. So I would suggest many of you to remove fear and You know, just embrace the changes that's going on, because it's going to happen whether you aware of it or not. It's going to happen, family. But many people are definitely be caught off guard. They'll definitely be caught off guard, and many will be startled and out here running to and fro, you know, because they don't know the things that we know, family. You know, a lot of them ain't trying to change out here either. You know, they like where they are. They like where they are. They like the way they think. You know, they like going out here, walking around out here, you know, hating on their brothers and sisters, being jealous of their brothers and sisters, you know, talking down to their brothers and sisters. I don't care who it is, you know. It's something else I wanted to say, but I think I'm going to hold my peace. You know, I'm going to hold my peace. But if you think that's going to help you, you know, 'cause everything starts inwardly. If you think that's going to help you being negative like that, it's going to really hinder and stunt your spiritual growth. So, but it's an individual thing. I'm just speaking from a place of me learning from my mistakes. You know, me learning from my trials and error. I had to change, and it's been a good change. And the best change was when I left the church. But that's me. The best change is when I left the church. Because that's when I truly started worshiping the Most High God in spirit and in truth. Because when I had my spiritual awakening, I became spiritual. You can't help but become spiritual. You know, your third eye awakened. And then not only that, a lot of people's third eye has awakened, but they haven't even had a kundalini yet. You know, that's a whole another experience. I've had that. You know, I'm very humbled about it. A lot of people look at it as though something evil, but it's not. You know, it's the lack of, you know, knowledge when it comes to these things, family. You know, like I said, one must do the research, study to show yourself approved. You know, start reading a lot of esoteric books, because you'd be surprised when you have your own experiences. You read these esoteric books, family, you're going to relate to them very well, because you can be like, oh man, I can relate to that. Oh, I've seen that, you know. Oh yeah, I see what it means. I get why they say what it's saying, you know. You'll be able to relate to them more, you know. I love the word, you know. I still read the word. I have the word inside of me. So just in case something happens, they take them Bibles, you know, I can still, you know, there's some scriptures that's in my heart. I can still pull them out. And that's a good thing, because when I'm in meditation, I get to those higher realms real quick when I am quoting scriptures within myself, okay? Nothing to me help you to bypass the gatekeepers. Nothing better than knowing those scriptures, and they're in your heart. You can pull them out. Those gatekeepers, they can't do nothing with those scriptures, I'm telling you. They are very powerful. They are very powerful. It's like a lamp unto my feet. The word is like a lamp unto my feet. Yes, indeed, it is. It will definitely guide your way with things, especially when you start to see within yourself. Yes, indeed. So that's a little tip for anybody who's doing a lot of meditation and you are seeing within yourself. And getting back to reptilians real quick, for those who have issues with them, you have to realize the Most High God has created His children. We that are considered as human beings that from the outside, you know, we're looking with these carnal eyes, but many of us, you know, due to our DNA that's been tampered with, everybody is not 100% human out here. Okay, I'm sure many of you know that. You know, some of you have, you know, reptilian DNA in you. Getting back to that, just try not to be so much, family, in a place. Try not to be so much, you know, judgmental. You know, judge that you be not judged, because, you know, if somebody would have found out that you had this in your DNA, you know, they would want to come against you, thinking you're evil, and you know you're not evil. You know, you acknowledge yourself as being a child of the light. You're in your heart space. You think to yourself, why would they say such a thing? You know, it ain't your fault that you have, you know, ET in your DNA, but they probably got it in their DNA and they don't even know nothing about it, you know. It's a lack of knowledge, family. It's a lack of knowledge, period. life, but I don't want to, be changing subject, going from one subject to the next. I can always go back to that because I can really talk about that subject. Yes, indeed, as well as many of you can. We can really go there and talk about it. But I just pretty much want to make this video just to, shoot the breeze with my brothers and sisters in the spirit. Because I know many of you get me. You have your own experiences. And your sister's coming from. I just sit up here and think about the cares of this world, how a lot of things are just out of order. A lot of people are out of order. I don't judge nobody, but still out of order is out of order because we have universal laws out here, okay? When we are out of order, period, there are repercussions, okay? There are repercussions, and it ain't pretty. It's not pretty at all. Just like they're messing with Mother Earth, Gaia, removing the oil for fuel, using the oil for fuel. She's not happy with that. And she acts out with these so-called eruptions, earthquakes. Why remove the oil from the earth for fuel? Well, we know why. We know why, because somebody can profit from it. When they do they know? We know we have free energy out here, but they're not even offering it. Even there are people that are out here, there are inventors that's invented free energy, in other ways, as far as using certain materials, crystals and copper, and using all kind of different kind of materials, or putting them together. A lot of them been taken out, family. They've been taken out just because they came up with an invention. But they don't want that kind of invention out. They rather keep that hidden so they can profit from people. They don't even want people to know that they have, let me just say it like this. Anything that they can profit off of, they don't want it. They don't want anything that they can profit out off of. They don't want anybody putting anything out here or having an intervention that's going to take money from them, shall I say. When it comes to free energy, it's out here, but they don't want to put it out there. And they're definitely not going to have the news talking about it. When it comes to health-wise, there are a lot of cures for cancer, and Alzheimer. You think they're going to put that information out here? The Most High God created this world. There's so many herbs, there's so many things, plants that have grown from the earth. It's everything you could ever imagine to keep us going, to help us health-wise. All the herbs are here for us, family. But do you think that they're going to put the information out there? No, they're not. They're going to keep you going to the pharmacy, keep you going to the doctors. And all the doctors do is put a Band-Aid on it. I just get so frustrated, family, when I think about the world we're living in. Sometimes I don't even want to be here, and I say that as in because I don't like, I can't stand those that are running things here, okay? And I know we look at the carnal eyes, but I wish many of you start going within yourself, because it's going to let you see what's really running things down here, and it's not really humans. These so-called beings, they've been here a long time, okay? And they're very territorial. They, greedy, and they look at all of us as peasants, these reptiles, Draco, lizard, reptilian beings that are not in their heart space, they are really the ones that's running things. They're just cloaking themselves, and you can't see it. Some of you have eyes to see it. Some of you do, okay? Some of you do. Some of you see people that ship shape right in front of you. It's like a glitch, but it doesn't mean that they're evil. Like I said, you have to go by their energy, and you have to go by that person in their heart space, But I'm just saying, you don't even know who your neighbor is, okay? You can be somebody you're cool with, but you don't really know if they're really human or not. You don't really know because it's due to the cloaking. And it's a matrix down here. It's cloaking people. You don't know who's who. But anyway, I feel like I see it too much. I make these videos because it's like therapy for me. And it's like talking to my, you know, dear friend. Somebody that I know that gets me and I gets them. But anyway, at the end of the day, be in your heart space. If a person not in their heart space, they choose to be. The time we're living in, like I said, it's a matter of choice. It's really a matter of choice. What side you're going to serve. You're going to be a child of the light. Well, you know the other part. Much love to my brothers and sisters in the spirit. I thank you for rocking with your sister this long. I don't mean to make my videos this long. I apologize.
Kiss me.